A big day tomorrow in national news. The House Intelligence Committee is expected to release its report on the impeachment investigation, paving the way for a new phase of the inquiry. The House Judiciary Committee will be in charge of drafting articles of impeachment. Today is the deadline for the president to decide if he or a lawyer will attend its first hearing on Wednesday. Weijia Zhang is traveling with the president in Florida.
President Trump himself will not participate in the House Judiciary Committee's first hearing on Wednesday, tweeting, "I will be representing our country in London at NATO, while the Democrats are holding the most ridiculous impeachment hearings in history." Tomorrow, the House Intelligence Committee will likely release a report revealing what members found after collecting evidence for weeks to determine if the president abused power by pressuring Ukraine to investigate political rivals. On Wednesday, the House Judiciary Committee will take the lead. Ranking Republican Doug Collins said the first witness he wants to call is House Intel Chairman Adam Schiff.
It's easy to hide behind a report. It's easy to hide behind a gavel in intelligence committees behind closed-door hearings. But it's going to be another thing to actually get up and have to answer questions.
Collins blasted Democrats for giving Republicans until Friday to decide what witnesses they want to subpoena and what evidence they will present, claiming that's not enough time. Democratic Congressman Hakeem Jeffries was asked about how long the hearings could go.
We'll see what happens. I mean, we need to be guided by the truth. If they come forward with relevant witnesses, I think we all may want to hear from John Bolton. We all would like to hear from Mick Mulvaney.
The president has said he would too.
I will tell you, I like to have the people go up, except one thing. It validates a corrupt investigation.
That's the same reason White House sources say Mr. Trump's legal team may not take part in any of the proceedings.
President Trump is scheduled to leave for the NATO summit tomorrow, where he and other world leaders will mark the 70th anniversary of the alliance. The annual gathering has yielded some awkward moments for the president, who frequently criticizes fellow members for not paying their fair share. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, West Palm Beach.
Well, back here in Montana, a company based in Stevensville is suing a New York fashion company over unauthorized use of a camouflage pattern. Now, all-season, all-terrain outdoors, or ASAT, makes clothing for hunters. The Montana company is alleging a fashion company in New York has profited from its design. Q2's Mitch Laggy has read through the court documents and joins us now to break it all down. Mitch?
Zoe, Stevensville-based clothing company ASAT Outdoors is suing fashion company Supreme for copyright infringement. The lawsuit, filed earlier in November in New York District Court, alleges that Supreme sold clothing with a copyrighted camouflage design. According to court documents, ASAT Outdoors has owned this camouflage pattern since it was created in 1985. Screenshots of Supreme New York's website show jackets and pants for sale using that pattern dated November 5th. Prices on those items ranging from $150 to $218. ASAT Outdoors is requesting damages in the amount of $150,000 for each article of clothing put up for sale. ASAT is also asking for the profits made from each piece of clothing. And I was looking on Supreme New York's website tonight and could not find any of those items up for sale. Zoe?
Thanks, Mitch. Well, roads throughout the Billings area are still on the slick side as plow crews have been hard at work digging out the Billings side streets. Crews are working in the area one today, and as of 6:30 p.m. tonight, the night crew was coming on to tackle the Ironwood subdivision and the Yellowstone Country Club. Now, crews started work in Area 2 yesterday and completed Area 2 today. Billings Public Works is updating its Facebook page as snow plow crews make progress. Now, moving forward, the plows will make their way clockwise around the zone map. Next up for snow removal is the Heights in Area 6, followed by 5, 4, and 3. And it takes about 24 hours for plow crews to complete one area. Turning now to weather with Rob Griggs. The streets still an issue out there from this weather.
That's right. Yeah, but my street was first hit last night. Yes, thank you, plows. Great.
Okay.
We were first up, first draw. Very nice. Roads and byways across the state, Zoe, still kind of a mess. Out of Livingston, they're detouring traffic through Livingston. They have been pretty much all day long because of blowing and drifting. But that's another story. Noreen Red Cherries Harris captured this beautiful sunrise today here in Billings. We got a couple of great pictures. This is from Cecilia Rose, a frosty Billings morning. That's a hoarfrost on that tree right right there. Isn't that gorgeous? And out in Circle, kind of the same story from Tom Nelson. Gave us a nice little picture of what's going on. Here's the Billings area forecast. Tonight we dropped to 22. That's not too bad. Mostly cloudy, but look at the winds, up to 25 miles an hour. And yeah, we're going to have patchy blowing snow, which of course increases problems on our streets and for the morning commute. So be careful about that. We'll have more in the forecast in just a bit. Zoe?
Thanks, Rob. Well, with the start of Christmas season comes the end of another one, hunting season. Today is the last day hunters can hunt big game with a rifle. Now, the game this year that will be most affected is elk and deer. Now, according to last Sunday's press release from Fish, Wildlife and Parks Region 4, the number of elk and mule deer hunted is below average, with elk 25% and mule deer 20% below the 10-year average. That comes out to 63 less elk and 39 less deer than the average amount hunted over the past 10 years. Well, Laurel is kicking off the holiday season with their annual Christmas stroll, parade, and fireworks display. This year's theme, A Christmas to Remember. Check out some of this evening's fireworks. The fireworks wrapped up the Christmas parade that snaked through the city of Laurel, and after that, the stars of the season, Mr. and Mrs. Claus, made their entrance into the Christmas village, pulled along by members of the Laurel Fire Department. After the parade and fireworks, little ones got the chance to tell Santa what they want for Christmas. Let's hear what some of them asked for.
Reindeer.
You want a reindeer?
Yes. I'd ask him for a game for my computer, Minecraft.
I told him that I want a unicorn that rolls on the ground with a control remote.
I asked for my little brother and for a new TV.
Well, that's a good way to start the holidays. Stay with us, more to come on the 10 o'clock news. After the break, we visit one Montana city where ranchers are donating to a local school for their lunch program. Later in sports, we welcome Tom Wiley, who is in for Casey Conlon, where it's all about FCS football.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora, Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.